چپش با عرض سلام. بخش دیگه از نبض هالیوود رو با هم آغاز می‌کنیم. فیلمی تحت عنوان کرش. پال هاگیس نویسنده و کارگردان این فیلم همراه با مت دیلن، ساندرا بولک، دان چیدل، برندن فریزر قراره بیان روی رد کارپت رد بشن. قراره باشون اینترویو بکنیم اگه خدا بخواد. روز بسیار خوبیه. توی خیابون ویلشر هستیم. معمولا رد کارپت‌ها رو روی هالیوود میذارم ولی امروز اومدیم Academy of Motion Picture Sciences and Art.
It's okay, Daddy. I'll protect you.
It's the sense of touch. I think we miss that touch so much that we crash into each other just so we can feel something.
$1 Million Baby, everybody heard about it. It was a legend. It was the best film of the year. You guys got the Oscar. You wrote it, you co-produced it. Tell me about Crash. What went into the production? How long did you guys work on it? What stirred the idea?
Well, you know, it was a tough film to do. It was an independent film, and we were really lucky to get to this cast. Really fortunate to get this cast. But it started in 2001, same time we were doing $1 Million Baby at the beginning of the script, and it wrote very quickly. It wrote in like a couple of weeks. It just sort of flowed out of us based on some experiences I'd had over my 28 years here, and Bobby, I knocked out pretty fast. From that point on, it was a struggle to get it made. But once we got Don Cheadle on board, things went a lot faster. Oh yeah, because he came in, he was the first actor we sent to. Rick Nacita said to him, and he said, "Yeah, I want to do this." And, he didn't care what role; he just wanted to do it. It's cool. So yeah,
Don's a big hero in this project.
Yeah,
Don is a big hero in this project. He really came aboard early and helped us out a lot.
oh yeah, he helped us in the script and helped us in the casting. He was without him, this movie wouldn't be made.
And he had a lot of momentum, you know.
Yeah.
He had a lot of momentum going.
Well, he's a brilliant actor, and he's as well as he's respected as he is around the world in the countries of public. The industry, the other actors, all love working with Don. He's that good an actor. He makes everybody better, like Magic Johnson on the floor, Larry Bird.
It's a huge night for you. Starlight Foundation, you've been involved for 15 years. How does it feel to be here?
It feels great to be here. I've been a little bit out of communication with my own foundation because of my film work and because of also my work with the Shoah Foundation. But I began this with Peter Samuelson 15 years ago, and it's amazing how this organization has grown in a decade and a half.
You're one of the co-founders. What stirred the idea behind getting this organization together?
Well, the whole idea was, how do we get kids to feel less fear and less pain when they're in the hospital? How do we get kids to be able to play outside when they can never go outside? How can we create a kind of a world for these kids to immerse themselves in, meet each other at, like a big playground, and also be very personal about how much they want to get better? This world allows kids to encourage other kids 2,000 miles away who have the same disease perhaps to, stick with it, fight. The fight is for your life, and the fight is the most important fight of your life. It's easier for a kid to tell a kid that than to hear it from a parent or a doctor.
Quickly, I know that your films, you've demonstrated a huge passion for technology and its uses and how it could alleviate some of the pains we've got in our lives. I heard and I read in some of the literature today, preparing for today's interview, that the foundation is also trying to use the latest technology that is available out there in order to sort of, to mitigate the pain and alleviate the pain that some of these kids are feeling at the moment. How have you, can you explain a little bit, can you embellish on that?
The kids feel, a lot of pain, but it's not always physical pain. Medicine is very good about helping kids and, adults not feel so much pain anymore. It's the fact that these kids have been, some of them feel disenfranchised, culturally dislocated. They're no longer go to school. They're no longer living with their friends and neighbors. They're stuck in a space that sometimes is not really kid-friendly. And this gives them a world that is all about kids and friends and making new friends.
دوستان عزیز بیننده، با عرض سلام خوش آمدید به یونیورسال سیتی واک. امشب اومدیم پرمیر یک فیلم داکیومنتری که در حقیقت روی فیلم 35 سه‌بعدی یا 3D 35mm فیلم ضبط شده. کارگردان این فیلم یه سوپرستار سینمای هالیوود هست، یک شخص کانادایی اسمش جیمز کامرون. Is this the last of the offerings you've got involving the deep ocean?
Absolutely not. No, the deep ocean is only 2% explored. I got a lot to do. Okay. But my next gig is a Hollywood movie. Then back to exploration and back to mainstream filmmaking. Hopefully going back and forth.
Okay, we know that I IMDb'd you this morning. There's 3 announcements. There's a 2007 announcement. That's a bit of a surprise. Can you give us any light into where that would be? What's coming up after Godspeed? There's something coming.
Godspeed is a film that I'm producing but not directing. Okay, about the International Space Station. Battle Angel, which is a film I'm currently writing and will be directing over the next 2 years, will come out in early summer of '07.
Fantastic.
In 3D.
In 3D, all of it in 3D. Aliens of the Deep Sea. Is it the flagship of the products, let's say, or at least the offerings, the educational offerings? As a pioneer, as an educator, is this the best that you've done so far in terms of research, technology, and delivery?
I feel everything came together on this film in terms of our technique and our luck with the ocean. The ocean gives you gifts or withholds them. On this one, we were given a lot of gifts, and we got some great shots of some pretty amazing creatures, and you just have to see it in 3D.
I love how he is with his dogs. He's a dog man.
Tell us about the sequel to Fahrenheit 9/11. We're hearing about it. Is it true?
No comment.
No comment. Okay. Well,
I must live to finish it.
Okay. Are you going to be joining the party?
What party?
After coming up. Oh, they haven't told you?
No. No, they didn't invite me to the party.
That was awesome, guys. Jane, beautiful. Right. That's a good one. Like that. Let's start there. Okay. Right. And you know what you could do? Go ahead.
Marker.
Clearing and action.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Is that enough? You got 3 good ones. I'm not gonna let you do like you do to everybody else and not cut.
That's good. No.
Okay, ready?
Tell me about directing this film.
You know, I was nervous because I've made a little movie called Legally Blonde, and then I have Jane Fonda and Jennifer Lopez, and you got to admit, you're going to be nervous. You're going to wonder how these women are going to get on with each other. Will they even listen to me? You know, right. I mean, Jane Fonda called me. She pulled down her glasses and said, "My God, you're a child. You could be my son."
Provocative. Sorry, it's provocative. It's to some extent it's controversial. I don't really know. Maybe some mother-in-laws will be offended, but I think it's definitely very near the truth. How did you go about casting Jane Fonda?
Well, okay, I'm just the geeky writer, so I have nothing to do with casting Jane Fonda. The studio makes the decisions, but you know, there's a couple of major women out there that are right for this type of role, and we snagged the #1 choice. You know, she's amazing, and her comedic instinct. Some of the funniest moments in the movie, she improvised. The one in the trailer when she's going when she's screaming, I thought she was injured. I was like in the back, like writing on my computer. All of a sudden, I hear like a screaming, and I run up, and I saw that they played the Daily, and it was hilarious. And again, like she knew the role better than I did by the end of the movie. She said to me, she's like, I was born to play this role. You know?
دوستان عزیز بیننده، مرسی که با ما بودین. گزارشی دیگه از روی رد کارپت، پرمیر فیلم مانستر این لا با شرکت جین فاندا و جنیفر لوپز.